we're going to learn a few things today about how to take care of the pool while we're away. So, some of the basics here. Over here, we have the pump. And this, of course, you're familiar with. It's the pump. Here, this switch here controls the pump. It's set to automatically run from like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. to 2 or 3. This is what causes the jets to go for the pump and keep that circulating. Off, on. Now, the important thing to note on this is, say we get a lot of rain and the pool gets really full. And really full is basically once it gets to the top of the blue tile or close to the top of the blue tile. You might have to drain a little. To do that, you turn the pump on here, and then you just open this up, and by doing that, water will drain out this hose, which runs out to the front of the yard, and it'll drain, give or take, about an inch an hour out of the pool. But obviously you want to keep an eye on that, because you do not ever want the water level to get below the blue tile, or it could damage the pool. Let's say the pool gets really low because you drained it or because it's hot and it evaporates. What do? That's pretty simple. Over there, you'll notice, yes, a hose. Just run over to the edge of the pool, as you can see I actually did recently, and fill the pool up. Again, it takes about an hour per inch to fill via the garden hose. Go figure. Our friend, the Aquabot. And I'm going to show you now how to clean the filter on it, which has to be done every time before putting it back into the pool. It's pretty simple to do. I run this generally every day. You don't have to. Honestly, you could do it once a week or twice a week. And you'd be fine. The more you do it, the nicer the pool looks when you go to swim in it, because you might be able to see stuff gets in there pretty quick. I actually just ran this last night, and there's already some stuff in the bottom of the pool. Not a lot. It's not that important to get every little bit, but you'll notice here we have two tabs, top and bottom. And you just pop one down and loosen it. Then the other side on the top. Then you pull the whole thing out like so. And you just pull this part here off. Like so. It's just an elastic band around here. You notice the little blue tag here? It says blue filter bag tag goes here. This is just to line up your corners. You could have it on the reverse side, but just line it up. It makes life easier. Slip this off. We'll set this aside. Now let's go take care of the bag. We're going to turn it inside out and just shake it into the trash cans. So over here at the trash cans, we're going to turn this inside out and just shake it into the trash can here. Just get the big stuff off. And with that done, come over here to the hose and get this attached, which I'll leave that on for you. Turn the water on and just spray this thing down. Get all that green algae that's on the filter off of there. So we want to try and get the better part of what's on here off. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I try to make sure I knock all the big stuff off there and get the green out of it. Then I just turn it right side out. You'll know the right side because the blue tag, of course, will be on the outside again. Now I'll just wring it out once. Set it aside here. Then we get the filter holder here. You notice it's got a little junk in there too, so we give it a quick rinse also. Just like so. And now we're ready to put it back on. So I'm putting it on. What I tend to do is I'll just use my toes around either side just to hold the filter here in place. Blue tag part to the front. Have the blue tag here. Slide it about halfway down, I guess, and then on the other side, on the reverse side here. Once I have both sides on, then I can just start slipping it down over it until it's all the way down on all four corners, like so. And then I pull it into itself, so I hit the corner of the fabric here. You notice there's a crease there. Hits the corner of the metal. Slide all the excess into the middle, like so. That way, then pick it up by that middle there. Usually use two hands to do this, but you get the idea. And while still holding that middle, I slide it in like so. Push it in. And once it's in there the most way, I can let go. This keeps all that from falling in and making it really hard to get the bottom edge to hold. Now you'll notice over here, got a little popping out. Make sure you push that in, and that tag, which always likes to stick out. And once you have that done, you just push down on the tab and let it slide into place. Same on this side. Notice it sticks a little. You've got some of the filter hanging out. It should go in there pretty smoothly. You shouldn't ever have to force it. So that is how you clean the filter. We're going to use the Aquabot, since the filter is now clean, to actually clean the pool. It runs automatically for 4 hours and then shuts itself off. Don't swim in the pool while it's in there, mainly because there's that always ever-present possible risk of electrocution, because, well, yeah, it's plugged in, and yeah, I think you can figure that part out. So what you do to get it into the water is you have to make sure to rock it back and forth to knock out any air bubbles that are in it. So you rock it back and forth like so, the air bubbles are out, and then just let it go. Throw some of that lead line out there. Don't need a lot. Just keep it like so, and it'll pull it in as it needs it. It'll sink to the bottom. Then just come over here and turn the power on. Let it do its thing for 4 hours. Check on it after a while. If you leave it in there for like 8 hours or whatever, it's not going to hurt anything. It'll, like I said, it'll shut itself off after 4 hours. In which case, once it's done, you come over here, turn the power switch off. Then, using the actual power cord itself, you'll just pull this thing back over to the edge, lift it up, and let the water drain out of it. Takes like 30 seconds as the water drains out. Then just throw it back over here on the porch. Let me make one thing clear though. I say throw, I don't really mean actually throw. I mean place, but I think you knew that, right? Right? Now, let's say we need to add chlorine because, well, once a week you're going to need to add chlorine. It's a Chlorine Shock. You should be able to do just one packet. In the shed here, you'll see we have something called Powder Plus. There's a whole bunch more here, and there's another box there on the floor. You shouldn't need more than 2-3 packets while we're away. So what's here is fine. Use this knife here to just slit the top of the pouch. Just like that. Did you like the sound effect there? I hope you would. So, bring this over to the pool once it's cut open. You'll go over towards the deep end. With it open, and with the robot not in the pool cleaning, you'll just shake it out all around the deep end of the pool and let it kind of spread out as you do it. Just shaking it, shaking it, shaking. Usually by the time you get over to this ladder here, this bag's empty. And once you put the shock in, you cannot swim in the pool for 24 hours. Something about chlorine not being good for you and high concentrated doses or yada yada yada. I don't know, it's crazy talk. But, well, you might want to listen to it this time. And my other suggestion is, the day after you put the shock in there, you'll still have some just settled down in the bottom of the deep end of the pool. You can leave it and swim in there. I just wouldn't go and touch the bottom of the pool over there. My other recommendation is 24 hours after you've run the shock, run the pool robot for 4 hours and let it clean all that up for you. And after that, enjoy the swimming. Oh, and one last thing. About once a week, maybe every 10 days, you're gonna want to take the pool brush, which is using this pole here, and this brush right here, and you just fit the brush handle into here, snap it into place with these here, boom boom, and then just brush the edges of the pool down to where it touches the bottom, and the stairs as well. This knocks any of that green algae that you're going to find on the side that gets missed by the pool vacuum because it doesn't quite go high enough. And again, you shouldn't have to do this more than once, maybe twice tops. It takes about 15 minutes. It's a little bit of a workout, but not much of one. And you don't have to scrub. You're just pushing the brush along the wall and knocking free the algae. The algae is really easy to knock off. It just needs something to inspire it to fall off for you. I usually do that before a few hours, I should say, before I run the vacuum, the robot, and remember to turn the light off, like I nearly forgot to, and run the pump while you do the brushing or just after you do the brushing, so that all the algae will get moved around, and the pump will kind of move that to the center bottom of the pool, so the vacuum has an easy time cleaning that algae up. Sometimes I'll brush just before shocking too, because the shock will kill the algae. I may have failed to mention that you're going to want to shock once a week. Pick a day of the week. I'm doing it just before I leave. This is Tuesday, so I'll be doing it tonight. So you might want to do it once a week on Tuesdays or Wednesdays or Mondays, whatever's going to be most convenient for you. You can push it past a week if you want to wait till like Thursday or something. However is best for you. Give it about a week from when we leave, which is Wednesday, tomorrow. And then from there on, once a week, hit it with the shock. And again, call or text if you've got any questions. And thank you.